What's going on? It's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and right now you're listening to Conrad Cushman and everything pro wrestling.
I'm impressed. We're on time. I put 11:55 and we had a few minutes to spare. We were here chilling, getting things ready. AEW ended, which at what seems like a reasonable hour.
Yes.
I'm not too upset about this.
Yes. Perfect.
I'm not upset about this. Lots of good things happening. And if you guys don't know where you are, folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by my tag team partner, the one, the only, the man in black. It's Derek. What's going on, D?
Yo, yo, yo.
Derek, it's been a long time since you've been in person here with us.
Yes.
I need you to stop doing that, all right?
Good evening.
All right? We're going to have to put you on sick leave restriction. Sick leave restriction coming. But thank you to everybody who is in the live chat. If you guys are listening to this on YouTube, leave us a like on the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're brand new and you like what you're hearing. Definitely helps out. And leave us a comment afterwards. I want to hear what you thought of the show. Put it in the comment section down below. Let us know what you're looking forward to going into Wednesday's Dynamite. We will do a live show for that as well. If you guys want to stick around, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening on the audio versions, leave us a 5-star review. Helps us out in the YouTube algorithms. We've been voted into, I think it was on Good Pods. We were in the top 25 wrestling podcast. Keep it up. Show us some love. And I think we peaked at number 13 one week recently. So nice. Trying to get into that top 10. Help us crack it, man. Thank you to everybody who's listening. Shout out to Wrestling Aminu, everyone who has supported us. We're going to talk AEW Revolution. Make sure you keep it locked with us. Let's hit that intro and let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Oh boy, what a show. Another long one, but I kind of have fun watching this one, man. Like it was, I know a lot of people weren't hyped going into the build of this, but I had fun watching this.
This was spot on for me. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I get it, you know, things weren't built up to the criteria that it should have been built, but let's take that for what it is and acknowledge the fact that we got a show that sold.
It sold. It did its thing. Now, listen, we got some shilling to do on this real quick, but it's because I got to show love. The man on the intro is Montezzi. Tomorrow, I believe at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Montezzi's got a song dropping. Price went up. Looks like we're going to get Swerve, who is also a roster member of the All Elite Wrestling roster. We got my man Rich Latta as well on the track. Montezzi, John Connor. If you don't know John Connor, look up the stuff he's done with Dr. Dre all the way to present. Definitely credible in the game. And you also have two members of Hit Row. You got my man Frank and you got Brianna Brandy in there. So make sure you guys keep it locked. Check out Swerve City Podcast. Check out all their channels and show them some support. I've interviewed them in the past. Much love to all of them as well. And I appreciate everybody who has decided to show up in the live chat. First one in here, my man Positively E. Yo, shout out to E, man. We've been talking a lot like the past week or two just about life things, video games. I got to show E some love. E is one of the funniest people I know. Love that dude. So much love to you, E. Matt Lopez says, what a freaking show. Matt Lopez is also my guy. He's the guy doing the behind the scenes stuff, throwing us like all the news while we're in here live. And that's much, much appreciated. So Matt Lopez, thank you for being everything pro wrestling guy. You're like our private eye. Much appreciated, bro. Pro Wrestling Shoot, also our good friends. That main event had me believing Danielson. Yes, bro. Us too. Yes. Us too, bro. Yes. Pretty good pay-per-view. I think it was slept on. I think people slept on it. How that crowd was reacting to Bryan, man, they had him. They had him. Matt, we're going to get into that turtle who wears a turtleneck to a buried alive match. Let me tell you. Heard this might be Christian's last match in AEW. I've heard rumors circulating about that, but I haven't seen anything official either, Jesse. Deanna said, hey, C&D, what's up, Deanna? How are you?
What up?
Appreciate her always holding it down in the chat. We're going to be talking about War Daddy for you in a little bit here. We're going to get to some of that. Hayter got a receipt for Ruby. What's up, Eric? My man Rob in the house. Rob made us some delicious, we had some they were like crunch wraps kind of. So I appreciate Rob for that. Got to eat some bad food today. Much love to him. Build up to the show was crap intentionally so they could easily exceed expectations. Laugh out loud. Great show. Yeah, we didn't discuss the final grade. Yeah, we're gonna be we're live, pal. We're gonna be doing this live. We're on the air. Jesus said pay-per-view of the year. Woo! And it's our man, Jesus. DeLeon. What's good, Jesus? Ace in the chat, one of the mods. Appreciate you, Ace. What is good, brother? Always happy to have you in here. Rated R Tokyo says Mercedes versus AZM, April 8th. I'm going to keep saying that as long as you keep that in your name. Worst AEW pay-per-view by AEW fans. Whoa. I don't agree with that.
Come on, bro.
Terrell said, I called it. I said Ruby would join forces with Saraya, Derek, and Conrad. You both saw me predict it several times. I think everybody was predicting that. My man, everybody had that. But Terrell, you do get your props as well with everyone else. Sup, Derek and Conrad. Yes, we celebrating. Yo, Conrad, you paying. Hey, Zeus, you're the baller. You're the baller out of us. You buying us stuff, right? Send it over to the PayPal. I'll check it after. Get Jeff Jarrett away from pay-per-views. Philly Crunch Wrap. Connor Devlin in the house. Connor, thank you. Connor recently left us a review all the way from across the pond in Ireland. Connor, thank you so much, my guy. You are very, very much appreciated. So I thank you for listening to us. My man Six also in the house. What is good, Sick? Deanna yelling, yay. All bangers, no misses tonight, Jesus said. Derek Conrad, congratulations on the top 13 rating. Hub, you should check yours too, bro. You might be higher than you think. Go in there and check it out, bro. I didn't know. Good Pods is pretty new, but I went on there and they must be looking for people to do wrestling podcast on there. So if you got your stuff, make sure it's going over to there. But check out me and Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Sean's thoughts on this show. Can't wait to get into that. Clash of the Podcast live at 6:05. Be there. We're going to show off some of Sean's new merch as well. Wink face. So make sure you're in there. All right. Best AEW pay-per-view, Conrad and Derek. Well, let's not go too far. It was good. It exceeded expectations, but let's not go too far. Wealth worth staying up till 5 a.m. to watch. Great show. Nicely paced. Perfect choices of winners. Flex. Love it, Connor. Love it. And Connor staying up late with us to come in here. So I appreciate it. Eric saying Mercedes versus Hayter at dawn. If I'm ranking the show, she's giving this a B, Deanna says. Sonny Bimbo, talk about irony. It took me 60 minutes to explain to my wife it's not two guys ironing clothes for 60 minutes. Hashtag match of the year. Sonny, I love you, bro. Thank you so much for the wit. I appreciate you, man. Got to hit me up on the IG more, but I never go on IG either, to be fair. What a great pay-per-view tonight, Terrell said. Had me and my family on the edge. You think you know me. That's Derek's favorite wrestler, by the way. Listen, it was a fun show tonight. I can't front, man. As we're hitting the it's Monday now. Yo, I miss AEW doing these pay-per-views on Saturdays, bro. I'm not even gonna front to you. I miss the Saturdays. But let's get right into this, man. We've been talking for 8 minutes. Let's talk about that opening 0 hour, shall we? We had ourselves a little bit of a trios match, right?
Trios?
Derek's all-time favorite. I thought this one was fun, though. I don't know if a lot of people are going to dig it for the same reasons I did, but I thought this one was great. So why do you think that? Let us know, please. It is due to the fact that the trios match told a simple and basic story in all of this. It was just about Mark Briscoe, one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions currently still. They haven't made a decision on that. You also have the Lucha Brothers in here. And then you've got the Varsity Athletes and Ari Daivari. It's a simple story. Mark Sterling's the bad guy. These three are the bad guys that are associated with him, and these are the cool guys. Right. That's it. That's the story. That's what we're getting into here. And while they decided to do all of that, it worked. I thought it was good. I thought it was good stuff in this one. Derek, how much of this did you actually get to check out? Because I think you came either in the middle or just after this.
I think I came just after, but I caught a little bit of it. You know what? I enjoyed it simply just for nostalgia reasons. It just had that old school vibe to it. And you have to appreciate that anytime you see any of these men in the ring. I didn't get to see much of it, but for nostalgia reasons, I really appreciated it.
Yeah, I thought this was really good stuff. Like, I don't know. When you look at this overall, Lucha Bros came out rocking the 49ers gear. That's what you do in pro wrestling. Like, it's basic.
It is.
The match breaks down early. Everyone's brawling because it's a trios match. They want you to know these things are chaos. It's wild. You don't know what's going to happen.
Sloppy.
You hating, bro. See, he didn't even watch, though, and he's saying this shit. You see what I'm saying? You see? The hate is just there. Do not believe this man when he's talking on here. People don't call out their co-hosts. We do that over here. No, he's wrong. He's wrong in this one. And Hunter, man, we are going over the results right now, my good friend. So Mark Sterling ends up getting attacked in the 0-hour opener. He's the bad guy. That's what you're supposed to do, but that helps his team get the advantage. They tell a great story. Mark Briscoe eventually gets the win for his team with the froggy bow. This was fun. It was simple. It was easy to maintain, and you kind of knew who should win going into this.
Yes. Yeah. I think we're going to get to a point where they're going to let him rock for a good amount of time. And then...
Who's him? Pronouns, pal. Pronouns. Yeah, but the Briscoes, you talking about...
Briscoe.
Okay.
Mark
Briscoe.
You know, let Mark Briscoe rock for a little bit. And then I think that'll be when you decide to retire the tag team belts. Or at least that branch.
I think that version, like you said, they should retire that version of the tag belts, and they deserve it, man. I think they should create all new titles for Ring of Honor for anything that just hasn't been looking right.
Yeah,
like just flip it out. That's what I say.
I think before you hit anything major with Ring of Honor, you need to just cancel what's there and rebuild the titles to fit that type of brand. Because to have the old titles from no matter from top to bottom, you have to rebrand it because you just, for me, you have the old stink of the old Ring of Honor.
I don't think it's stink. I think that
I mean in a good way though.
Okay.
I mean in a good way.
I think you just don't want you want some of it, but you don't want all of it because it failed for a reason too. That's kind of the weird thing with business when you take over something like that. It's like, well, it failed for a reason. So we're going to have to see. Ring of Honor has been doing their own thing. We have not been reviewing it over here. Maybe that's something me and Sean will get to talk about. I haven't even had a chance to check out all of the first episode. I've seen clips, though. I know what's happened. But I agree with Mr. C here, Mr. Cardenas. He says that with little to no hype, this pay-per-view was better than any right that it had to be. I catch us saying that a lot about some of the e-pay-per-views when they're good, too. Yes. I mean, I can't be mad. I know people, I hate when people call it the E. Whatever. All right. Connor says, what do you think the announcements will be? Tony has more, he said. I think that we're going to see more television content, possibly. I think we're going to get the video game announcement, even though I heard that one of them isn't related to the video game at all. I think we're going to get a bunch of stuff like that coming up soon. That's me, at least. That's what I think we're going to get.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can't wait.
Hunter, man, I don't know why. You're getting that ass whoop day one.
Nah, bro.
You're going to be eating that steak, egg, and cheese bagel right on this channel.
Nah.
Check it out. Y'all go see it. I might do it on the Dynamite review. Go ahead. No, you can eat on this review. Go ahead, Derek. Unravel that paper. It's going to be nice and cold, too. Nice, cold steak bite.
We'll be rocking that. Brady.
Hunterman Fortnite says, what were the results? Sorry, we're getting into that, Hunter. I love seeing Mark Briscoe on both AEW and ROH. By the way, ROH this past week was a very awesome episode. This week looks to be better than last week. I like this match. Briscoe teaming with the Luchas. Mark Sterling bringing out his interim Jim Cornette. Mark Sterling is such a dork, but it's so good. It's so good. As a professional hater myself, I appreciate Derek's negative comments.
My boy is sick. Always got my back.
Don't endorse this shit, sick. New titles, new brand for the new branding, Deanna says. I can see Mark Briscoe being the TNT champion soon. I think Mark Briscoe could be the Ring of Honor champion. Yes. I feel by Supercard there will be new belts, or that's what I think would be the perfect place to do it. Mark Briscoe, love seeing two loving brothers in the Lucha Bros. Yeah, that was good too. That good point, E. The ROH titles don't match. Yuta and Claudio have the OGs, and Athena and the tribal tattoo logo. Yeah. Look at this. Derek finally liking trios matches. See?
Nostalgia.
He says stream it on Twitch. Oh, you know we got to make sure because Derek will be trying to turn it off, all types of manner of shit.
Nah, bro, listen. He'll be just like them old ladies, 80 for Brady. He'll be having that jersey clean.
Can't be going for that. Listen, I'm hoping the new announcement will be a New York City announcement, Madison Square Garden or Barclays, please. I don't know if they have that one, or the Melrose Ballroom in Queens, Manhattan, or Hammerstein. I would love to see a Ring of Honor show from there. Jocelyn in the house, a hot mess, but was impressed at what was given. Wasn't going to buy it, but worth it. Don't ignore my question, CJ. Honestly, Casey, there's no question for you. I'm scrolling through. Did you see him?
Back just a little bit. Oh, no. Okay, no.
That's not him. Casey doesn't have a question in here. So you're going to have to rewrite it because we don't see it on our end. Yeah. Scout's honor.
Yeah, I don't.
And I'm not a scout, but I'm telling you the truth, though. There's nothing in there. I am praying ROH does a pay-per-view in Hammerstein. We can all hope. Check your messenger. I'm doing a show, damn it. This is not the time for me to be doing this. Should I run to the bakery for chocolate cake? Yes, but keep everything pro wrestling on as well. All right, you do that. You put us on in your car, and you give us that love. Listen, let's get into the main first card match. Me and Derek were watching this one together. JAS is banned from ringside. Chris Jericho versus your boy, Derek's favorite, my favorite, Ricky Starks. Now, in this matchup, JS is banned, and Ricky Starks starts off on fire. But Jericho was able to cut him off. Jericho's offense was focused on Ricky's ribs. Jericho went for a code breaker. Ricky hit him with a power bomb. It got countered, 2 count. Spear countered into a code breaker,
which was
dope. Delicious. It looked really good though. The spear, he jumped up and Jericho caught him. It was perfect. Right. Ricky finally does hit the spear, but only gets a 2 count. Sammy Guevara comes running out. Of course, Spanish God. Thank you. Sammy comes running out, but he gets cut off. Yo, Action Andretti tackled the shit out of this dude, bro. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm really starting to become very fond of Action Andretti. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the spunk. I don't know. It's the energy, something with him.
I think if Tony could buy the theme, you think he would buy Lights, Camera, Action for him?
Absolutely.
Lights, Camera, Action. They'll be saying, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
Y'all probably too young to know about that.
If he could, he would.
Yo, one of my favorite things is he did an interview with RJ City, totally unrelated to this. They were like, they always go like Lights, Camera, Action. He said, huh? Or he said, what? And I was dying laughing at it. It was so funny, dude. Andretti tackles him. He makes the save for it. Jericho then goes to use a bat while the ref's checking like what the hell's going on the outside. He hits Ricky in the ribs with it, but Ricky is able to come back. He gets him with the Rochambeau.
All right, our Rochambeau for it.
Oh, Connor said, I really hope that UK tour. Yeah, you guys deserve some shows over there.
Absolutely.
Deanna, we cannot encourage that right now. And he hits the Rochambeau. 1, 2, 3.
Ricky.
Yo, my dog. Like, we only had to wait.
Spanish.
So close to not having it. So close. No interruptions. I don't know, man. I don't know. People were loving it. I'm happy he won.
Yes.
Now, Ricky needs to run away from this feud.
Yes.
Run. Do not wrestle Jericho again.
No more.
The question is though, where do you go after this?
That is a good question. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I think that
Ace said this feud is finally over. Thank goodness he feels us.
right. I think you have to put Ricky on the road to the title.
Maybe the TNT, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, like he makes his way up. He's got to start low man now.
All Atlantic, they've got options for what they can do. Where y'all getting chocolate cake at 12:16 in the morning? We're not getting chocolate cake. Casey lives West Coast, so it's 9:15 for them. So he can probably find some place to get some chocolate cake. All right, let the man enjoy his cake.
Probably some 24-hour stores out there.
Yeah, we're done eating for the night over here.
Yeah.
Hope this feud is over for Ricky getting the win. I agree. RJ City was great before the show. Yeah, RJ City was awesome to have on the show beforehand on the pre-show with Renee. I like what they did today, and they were all over the place, like in different spots, doing things. Kept it moving. But did WWE block AEW from the Barclays Center? I haven't heard confirmation from that. I don't know about that one, Terrell. I think that would have to go down and ask somebody who knows more about it. People are yelling Spanish. Run, Ricky, run. Ricky versus Sammy. I think I want him away from the JAS though.
Yeah, no. Like he has to be completely gone from that.
Yeah, like I'm saying we're yelling like Ricky Boys in the Hood. Ricky,
right. Like be done with that.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, we don't want any more of that.
No.
Yeah, so Ricky, run away, bury this feud. And speaking of burials, that is the next match. No holds barred with Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Christian Cage. Christian Cage came out tonight rocking a turtleneck. Turtle doves. Yep. Turtle doves. If you've never seen Home Alone 2, inside joke with me and Derek. But when Christian Cage comes out wearing the turtleneck, sleeves cut off, he came out in a tactical turtleneck. Just busted it out, dude. I love it. Jungle Boy came out wearing jeans for this one. They were ready to fight. That's what this was supposed to be. They started out fighting into the crowd.
Yes.
Jungle Boy takes a dive to the floor. Christian looked like he knocked himself silly when he went backwards into the gate.
Yeah.
I thought this was really fun though, what they did.
Yeah, that bump into the gate, man. I think it was almost kind of like Jungle Boy or Christian missed their spot of where they were supposed to be, because he took that bump super hard. And when you mentioned like he might have a concussion, I was watching the whole time like, ew.
But Christian's old school, man. He gonna get through that match. You don't care what you say to him, I guess. After all that happens, he looks like he could be hurt bad. Christian gets a belt and begins whipping Jungle Boy. They go up on the ramp towards the burial area. Christian finds some steel chairs inside the casket. The vets always hide some shit away. And he goes and he's trying to set up basically the concerto. There's 2 chairs in there. You know what's the deal with that. During all of this, Jungle Boy fights off getting put in the casket. I sometimes hate this. Like he's got one hand and Christian can't slam it with 2.
Right.
Ridiculous. But Jungle Boy then started putting his foot over. Like I'm a fan more so of like you put your foot out so they can't close it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So he's fighting. Christian then gets moved out the way, falls to the ground. Jungle Boy's getting him, and then he throws dirt in this man's eyes. Love it. Pocket sand. He caught him with the pocket sand, and that's what he did. The tactical neck, as Rob just put in the chat, works again. And
a slightly darker black.
And Christian freaking hits the kill switch on the ramp. Yo, these moves sounded brutal. I know there was dirt there. That dirt did not help with the sound. It just made it worse, bro. I was like, dang. Number 1, I'm getting hit with a move. It sounds like it sucks, and I'm getting dirty. This is an L all the way around, bro.
Full blown.
Shout out to Christian, too, for stepping on his hair and pulling him up when they were in the ring. That looked good, too.
That was good.
After all is said and done, though, what is Jungle Boy going to do? Jungle Boy locks in the snare trap. Then he uses the steel chairs to finally deliver the concerto he has not been able to deliver. He bent the chair when he did it, like Royal Rumble on Sega Genesis style. And afterwards, Jungle Boy closes the casket. He gives Christian like a kiss on the forehead. And bro, we got some shit that like, yo, this match type needs to be in your AEW Fight Forever video game. I don't know if you can add it after the fact or if you think, yo, we should add this in the next game that we make. But they closed the lid, bro. And Derek, I don't know how else we could describe it. Like,
dude, it was like they closed the lid. It gave me like, okay, like this should have been in the E, bro. Like for real. Like any casket match that they had, that should have been like a casket to hell.
Listen, the E crawled so that AEW could walk though tonight. Like I can't front.
This is true.
I like it. So he got put in, and then it like dropped right down, and then they had smoke, and the visual effect of it was so fucking cool.
Yes.
Like, and I was trying not to swear on this one, at least until it was necessary. But it was so fucking cool. Like the drop made it all well worth it.
Yes.
So I don't know. I liked it a lot.
Okay, can we address the fact that Christian somehow has blood that is as thick as molasses? Because the man had blood reminiscent of
that's that hate blood,
reminiscent of WrestleMania No Mercy era, where it just stayed right there, didn't move at all.
I think I was telling someone that when we were talking back and forth in like messages, and I told them what Derek had said. Derek's like, "That's that No Mercy blood right there." Diggity dog.
Right. Just
near the end of the match, Jungle Boy kissed Christian on the forehead, said thank you, and something else that closed it. Maybe goodbye. Who knows, man? Who knows? Did Christian borrow that turtleneck from the Mean Street Posse?
Oh,
I love the Posse. Rodney was my boy out the Posse. The casket drop was so cartoon. It looked like some Looney Tunes that said this would be a fun idea. I liked it. I thought it looked really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
You're burying somebody alive at this point. Like, what more could you ask for? Like, honestly, it's already cartoony, the match.
Honestly, bro, like, because anything, like, I think that's what you should do. When you have a casket match,
go all the way.
Yeah, because honestly, if you close a casket, I mean, I'm pushing it right back up. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
If we're really gonna do a burial, this is how I would want to do it.
Yeah, it's better than that Mankind getting thrown off the stage into the casket, sliding into that grave when Big Show threw him. Monster. Jocelyn said Jack Perry's back has seen some hard times these last two pay-per-views. Yeah, Jungle Boy been getting effed up lately. He said if Ukes remembers they used to be like the SVR days buried alive joints, that could be a fire-ass update. See? Christian got dragged to hell. Made me feel Attitude Era vibes. See? I like this match. I think Tony Khan should add it as a staple. Tony,
yes.
If your people, someone's out there listening, I think we should have that as a permanent staple and put that shit in the game.
Yes.
Ending on that note, Undertaker would have loved that casket drop.
Yeah.
Oh no, Undertaker and Kevin Nash said Stone Cold don't watch AEW, even though he has high praises for AEW. How about you let Stone Cold speak for himself, guys? All right. I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm gonna start cussing people out. Next up, we got the trios match. We got the Elite. Look at Derek's face. He looks versus the House of Black. Now, we all know what the right thing they had to do in this was.
Yeah.
But carry on my wayward sons. But they came out here and the Bucks rocking their gear. Kenny, I thought they looked fantastic tonight. I thought both teams looked great. This is what you want from the trios matches. I don't know how they put these together because Young Bucks and Kenny never seem to like be off really in these matches. You may have a moment where like the move's off, something's not right, but they're all always in the right place. Like Flip, you go over here, you go over there, you do the dive, I'll be over here, then I'll set it up, you get this, reverse, I'm here. Like they always have that shit planned out and it looks right.
Yes.
So I do have to give props where props are given.
Yes.
BJ filled in for you. You will be getting Derek's pay. It's coming in the mail. I'm just checking in before bed. I'll definitely leave comments. Sorry for not being here live. What a show. Love y'all. EPW. Also, well, man, I might have forgot to do that tonight if it wasn't for BJ. Thank you. Thank you. Derek starts by saying Brody looks like Captain Spaulding from the Rob Zombie films. Devil's Rejects. We are now here at Everything Pro Wrestling accepting all of Rob Zombie slander in the chat. It is now open. So please, if you don't want to donate money to us, donate your Rob Zombie slander right now because it's there for you.
I'm telling you, look at Brody Lee in the beginning of the match before it starts when he's was he in the ring first?
They were all in the ring. I remember the lights went out and then they're all. Oh, you're talking about in the match? No,
Yeah.
Buddy Matthews started.
Buddy Matthews started. Okay. No, when okay, it's when they all were in the ring.
Yeah, Brody became the powerhouse when he finally got in.
Yeah. If you have not seen the Devil's Rejects, quickly go look up Captain Spaulding and then look at Brody Lee. And then tell me that you can't unsee that.
Rob Zombie slander is open once again for those who missed it. Kenny Omega and Buddy Matthews started off. Dude, I would love to see a match between them, bro. 25 minutes on Dynamite. Tony, I'm telling you, bro, main event with this shit, this would be money. I could just tell when they locked up. I was like, yo, they're like the same kind of wrestler. This is gonna work. This would be fun. I'm not saying you need to have them go out there and put on some damn like clinic for an hour or anything like that. 25, maybe 20 minutes. Hell, give me 15, 20 minutes. They'll be fine.
Yes.
Give them a little time and let them rock out, man. If you ever need it on the show, 2 guys you could go to.
Even if you just give them like a teaser of it, like,
yeah, I think it'd be incredible.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, Malachi and Kenny got in the ring. When they touched, magic once again. Kenny went for the one-wing angel. He slipped out. He went for the big kick. Kenny almost falls. He drops down into the seated crisscross applesauce position. Kenny falls over and he's looking at him. And everybody stood up and the fans rejoiced. They loved it. I loved it. The House of Black is great.
Yes.
This is why people wanted them to be used. They wanted them to be used. This was so great. And I'm going to go to Connor's comment too. Julia Hart looked fantastic in this match. The claws they put on her.
Yes.
Freaking great.
You know what?
When you do this, it can be done right.
Yes. You know what? I appreciate wholeheartedly what they have done with her. Like, she felt so out of place when she came in and there was like nothing for her to do. Then once they put them with the House of Black, it fits so well. Like that's what you need to do with some people. Some people are just not cut for wrestling, but some people are on the other hand are cut for different aspects of wrestling. For her, being the mouthpiece for the House of Black fits.
And she doesn't even talk that much, but she just fits within the group.
Yes.
I like it. I like what they're doing here a lot with this. Kenny and Malachi had that back and forth. Like I said, things begin to break down, and Brody King comes in and wrecks house. He beats up everybody. I love Brody King with the face paint. This works. They had him. When you see him, sometimes he wouldn't be as big if he was in a different wrestling organization that focuses more on bigger guys. Right. But in AEW, he looks like a monster.
Yes,
monster.
There's not many big men in AEW.
No, but when you do it, you could do it right. You got him, you got Lance Archer, you got Big Bill, you've got a couple people, Satnam. But when they show up and you want them to have the big man spots, it looks great.
Yes, I think I think we've been treated with so many big men. I think we lost sight of what they really should be. Like that should be a force. So when you bring a big guy in, that's like, oh shit, hold on, wait a minute. I was not expecting this. Because you got a whole bunch of people who are cut versus just guys who are there, big and stocky. Like, all right.
Dude, he clears house. Eventually, Elite get back on offense. Julia Hart gets up on the ring apron. Gets a little awkward, little do-si-do. Malachi's about to get hit with the V-trigger. He moves. Julia eats it. She goes down. Mm-hmm. She falls down to the ground. They're going back and forth. House of Black goes for Dante's Inferno, but we get a kick out. Or not a kick out. A save was made, by one of the Bucks. They go for a triple BTE trigger on Malachi. Buddy gets in, though, and makes the save. Derek was worried at that part.
Very worried.
Then they're going for the Meltzer driver. Nick Jackson goes to do his flip. Buddy Matthews hits this man with a knee so good that he was done. The mush was done. If he lost a tooth, I wouldn't be surprised because that was perfectly nailed. Then that leads to a rollout. Matt Jackson is the legal man. He gets caught. Dante's Inferno. 1, 2, 3. The House of Black are the trios champions. All is right in the world of AEW. I like it.
It is all good.
This is what we needed to do in the beginning. Now, can we get some focus, though, back in here? Do Kenny and them need to I don't know what they do with them next. I don't know if you keep them as a trios.
Go away.
There's only... Stop. Come on now. You enjoyed this match.
I enjoyed it. Takes, I don't
in
like
trios matches, it takes 6 to tango, bro.
It does.
It was good.
But I don't like that. Kenny over here co-signing.
You need to stop hating. Stop hating. Let's go to what the chat said about this. Derek was right. Devil's Reject is awesome, but Rob Zombie still sucks. That was an amazing trios title, probably the best. Congrats, House of Black from Jesus De Leon. E says Kenny had cute tights tonight. You know he was going to show his ass fire. As JR said, he was fabulous. MJF is going off on the media scrum. Kenny's reaction after hitting Julia Hart. Connor is laughing at it. MJF has a big old knot on his head. He got his ass kicked. Taz had flashbacks of Bam Bam Bigelow seeing that greetings from Asbury Park by Brody King. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was a dope move.
Yeah, Bam Bam was nice. Speaking of being in the right place, Manscaped has you covered. So the right place. Manscaped wasn't going to get some love, but if you guys do want it, you know what? Jocelyn brought it up. We're going to bless y'all with it. Promo code EPW show. If you guys want to get some free Manscaped stuff, or not free, 20% off. Free delivery you'll get. We got you guys covered. So make sure you go over there. That Lawnmower 4.0 is working for you. They even have beard stuff now. So go over there, check it out. Find some gifts for you or someone else, and well worth it at Manscaped. And we still got the PowerSlam.tv promo, EPW show promo code once again, if you will. So if you guys want to get that promo code as well, feel free to put that in there, if you will. Let me see here. The Hollywood Blondes thing was doomed from the start. You're talking about with Pillman and them. I don't like anything that says varsity in it, because eventually you're going to get older, and that's not cool.
Yeah.
Love Kenny hitting Hart and waving it off after he gave no Fs. Why is MJF pulling out his inner CM Punk? Because he looks up to that man. Cornette would say something like, if you got all the giants, then you got no giants. The whole triple threat was Big Knox and Super Kick Pate. Media scrum start with MJF. Matt Lopez lets us know. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. Let's get into that women's triple threat. Derek, you really like this matchup.
I did. This was really good. Like I always say her name wrong. Saraya. Okay, all right, Saraya.
Sorry, give him the thumbs up.
Saraya did more in this match than she has done over the past 2-3 matches.
She's wrestled 3 matches so far. Well, this was match 3. So she had one with Sky Blue and then the one with Britt Baker.
Yes. Okay. Now I get it. She's been gone for a long time. Got to get her feet wet. Yeah. Got it. Cool. At some point in time, you really got to knock off the cobwebs and really go for it. And I felt like she went for it in this match. She took a lot more bumps than she has done in the first 2 put together.
You think so? She did really well in this, though. I thought that this was a good triple threat match.
No. She did excellent in this match. I just think this one was all right, I'm going for the gold now. Now I feel comfortable. I get. You gotta be careful. Your career, your life was practically over almost. So knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But she went for it, and then just to see how Ruby and Jamie Hayter, I really appreciated this. This was a good match for me, aside of being a triple threat match. I would love to see them all kind of just wrestle one-on-one.
Well, I think the plan is, we're getting a blood and guts match with the ladies. That's been my prediction, and I think that's what they deserve at this point.
They do.
The women's division has been the best division on AEW television. I don't want to hear it. Orange Cassidy's been putting on great matches. I can't front with that. But when you're talking about who's been having the most intriguing stories and such, I'm most invested in the women.
It has been the women.
Danielson and MJF have heated it up. I'm impressed, but I'm curious what's going on in this women's storyline. This is the best the women's division has been, in my opinion. Maybe some people will disagree with that, but I'm interested in what's going on with the week-to-week, who's joining up with which clique. It's kind of interesting, and if this is what they're doing to build up the blood and guts, I'm here for it.
Yeah. There are so many ins and outs to the story life with the women. Like you can, there's so many things that can happen leading up to Blood and Guts. That could really shake things up, and that's what this division has done. They have taken everything and just moved it here, moved it here, moved it here to give you the opportunity to say, hey, this could happen, but this could also happen. And I need to see where the direction is going. So I'm excited to see what's going on. I love the women's division for AEW. There is no better one. Prove us wrong.
What, you don't think it's a better division?
Not really.
I might argue Impact for them. That Impact does the knockouts right. This motherfucker be hating, bro. I can't deal with this. I can't. Terrell said that him and his family were heated that Jamie won. They were screaming and cheering when Ruby joined forces. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of hop through. I'm gonna hop through this one pretty quickly here. We saw some great moves. Page Turner, the knee breaker. Everyone was down. Finishers were getting hit. This is a classic triple threat. It was boom, I do a move to you, you roll out. Now there's two of us in here. It kind of worked in this situation. I didn't mind it. I kind of like triple threat matches more ECW like though. Like I prefer like the Terry Funk, Shane Douglas, Sabu style, like where there's three sleepers on, everybody's in the ring working together. You get those awkward things where it's like, I'm not working with you, I'm helping this person for now.
Right.
And they do that type of stuff. But you could tell different stories in triple threats. That's what makes it great. Right. So we see all the finishers hit. Britt Baker interfered. Tony Storm interfered. Tony Storm, respectfully, was out here.
Yes.
So afterwards, Ruby looks like she's going to come close to winning it, but Jamie Hayter catches her with a crucifix, and Jamie Hayter gets the win. Nice crucifix pen. Ruby's looked really good tonight, too, with the little shaved on the sides, and then she had her hair up. And one thing I had noticed, so after the match, everyone from the outside, Britt Baker and Tony Storm get in, mayhem breaks out. Ruby dumps out Tony Storm and Saraya, and they're in there celebrating, and Jamie Hayter raises up Ruby's hand, and I noticed something. Ruby's hair had that little green on it, and they've been spray painting green L's on people for like loser. And when Britt turned her back, she hit this kick. It was beautiful. It was on point. Down goes Hayter.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't even pick up on it. And the crazy thing about it was like I looked at Ruby's hair a couple times just to see how it was cut, how it was styled. And I did not really pay attention to the green that was in her hair.
Right. I loved it. And after Britt got hit with Destination Unknown and she sided with Saraya and Tony Storm, I thought it was well done. Right. You just got beat by Jamie Hayter. It made sense.
Right. But see, this is where I say things get very interesting with the women's division. Do we really think Ruby is siding with them?
I think so.
I
think you could put her on that side. I think you get Athena and maybe one more person. I don't know if they're going to do 4 or 5 for the Blood and Guts match, but you round it out. There's someone who was not on this show that I think will end up joining Britt Baker in them. And I think they're going to be reluctant to ask, but they know they need her. Jade Cargill will end up joining forces with them. In my opinion, bold prediction right here, right now. Jade Cargill is going to end up helping Britt Baker in them.
I can see that.
It's time. I think it's time for Jade to hold it down. Blood and Guts should be how this storyline should end. It'll be interesting with who will join the outsiders because the OGs will stand by with Britt, Hayter, Willow, Thunder, and Jade. See, you can go lots of routes with this. Derek and Conrad, if it's not Athena, it'll be Naomi. I still say Athena. You could definitely have her show up on television, though. That'll be good. And Mercedes will be the final 2. Ooh, he's saying Monet. We'll see if she shows up. WWE or AEW need Hazuki. Maybe that'll happen too, Rated. Maybe they'll go outside to get some people. MJF on the scrum is throwing out names like Hangman. Oh, here we go. And saying they aren't true pillars. Here we go. Knew Ruby was going to side with Tony and Saraya. I called it from day one, Terrell said. Good 3-way match. I think everybody saw that coming, though, eventually with them. Don't forget about Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose could be in the mix too. That is true. Vicky Guerrero's contract's ending soon as well, so we'll have to wait and see when they're gonna decide to pull the trigger on this, because I can't remember when they did the last one. Blood and Guts should just happen just because, though. But see, this feels like it's coming along naturally versus like, well, in 3 weeks, because there's a pay-per-view coming up, let's all join up. Right. Now this is more like, nah, we have to do this. This is what we gotta do.
Right. Yeah.
I like it.
We got to make a statement. We have to. We are the women that came in from the outside, and we need to show them that we're better than the ones who have been here.
Okay, he's got a question for us, but do you pick Athena or Naomi to take a spot on Team Saraya?
Naomi.
Really? I think that would get more people talking, but I give it to Athena. I think she's been putting in great work. You got to give it to her. I say the outsiders should be Saraya, Tony, Ruby, Ty, and a debuting. I don't know who Genoa, Daddy OG should be. I think that's supposed to be someone else. Let me know if I got that wrong. Maybe that's somebody new. I have no idea who you're referring to, Eric. And the OG should be Britt, Jamie, Willow, Jade, and Layla Gray. Okay. Let's move into another crazy match of the night. Texas Death. Jon Moxley and Hangman Page. You know what this was going to be. You knew, I knew, we knew.
Yes.
A bloodbath. A Texas death match in AEW is a bloodbath. Right now, I don't know the rules of this. Someone tell me, did the past ones have pinfalls, or were they just always last man standing rules with submissions in it as well? I don't know. You guys tell me. I can't remember, because I feel like in the Lance Archer one, there was a pinfall, but maybe I'm crazy and they just counted him out like a last man standing. Someone tell me if you remember. But in this, dude, early on, bro, Moxley's bleeding, of course. And there was an Irish whip and a headlock in this match. Moxley's bleeding. But when he took that fork and Hangman tackled him, and then he locked him in a triangle and just went just like, dee, 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 dee. I kind of want to do the Wayne's World. Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Great movie if you've never seen the first two. But yeah, he stabs him in the head. Hangman's bleeding. Like, I'm watching it, I'm like, I don't know how they're doing this, but whatever. It's crazy. He stabs him in the head with a fork. He's bleeding profusely. A barbed wire steel chair is put in the middle ropes, wedged in. Moxley moves and sends Hangman flying into it. Hangman lost a chunk of hair in this chair with barbed wire wrapped around it.
Slow motion showed it all. That was.
Eric said Liv Morgan, going by her real name. Man, she ain't coming in. Liv Morgan living it up right now in WWE. She ain't going nowhere. Depends on the rules for that match. Okay. Yeah, that fork to the head by Mox. This match was great. Yeah, people were loving this one, man.
Yes.
Hangman's hair got caught in the chair. Page decides to wrap his body in barbed wire to do a moonsault, because that's perfectly logical to do. That was crazy. Like, what are you doing, bro? I was like, you could have just did the moonsault, then hit him with the barbed wire.
Right.
But it's wrestling. You take crazy chances. So after Hangman hits that, these two just get nasty, bro. There was a buckshot lariat that got ducked. Moxley ducks Death Rider, and he just decides curb stomp on bricks. That's not enough to win. I don't get this. I don't get this. They both went through tables that were set up with barbed wire on it. This match was crazy. Page gets up. They continue fighting. Moxley gets hit in the head with a brick, buckshot lariat, and Moxley then gets up, and they're both bleeding. He wrapped the chain around himself. Big mistake. So they start fighting again, and then Hangman dumps him over, but he grabs the chain, and he's pulling up, and Moxley's being choked by a chain while he's bleeding, and Page is pulling him. So it looks really bad. Like, it's around his neck pretty tight, and Moxley just tapped out real quick. Like, Derek hit it right there, just like that. And he's out. And Page wins, man. I think Page solidified himself as the number one contender for the belt next. Oh, here you go. Philly. What do you want here?
Not him.
Come on now.
Nah, bro. He ruined it.
Right?
He ruined it.
Deanna said Mox was literally being choked. Yeah, Matt, I can't put up that comment you just put in there. But yes, that is how Hangman won.
I like it, Matt.
That's true. Is what happened.
It is true.
Deanna said, "I agree with Derek. This match was absolute carnage and crazy. This is what Fight Forever. This is what they were talking about in that video game when you saw the blood in the matches and stuff. That's what they were thinking of. Ricky is on the media scrum saying he's feeling like he's next for an AEW world title shot. They might be telling Ricky pump the brakes. We'll see.
Yeah,
might be between Ricky and Hangman. Who knows? Ricky did get a big win here too.
Give it to Ricky.
Wow, bias. My man Hangman was bleeding.
Don't care. Hangman was part of the shenanigans.
Samoa Joe and Wardlow for the TNT Championship was up next after this. This match didn't last too long. I thought it was going to go longer. Joe goes out. He hits his tope suicida. We haven't said that in a long time. Go watch some early Dynamite reviews. Every match we were saying it.
Yes.
Tope suicida to the floor.
Like every other 5 seconds.
Wardlow had an impressive set of maneuvers there. He was jumping off the top. War Daddy was showing off all of his cool moves for the ladies in the crowd. They were feeling it. Joe finds a way to cut him off. Hits a nice leg sweep. Joe tries to work on the legs. Joe's able to lock in the coquina clutch, but Wardlow's not locked fully. He's making sure Joe can't lock his legs in this. And he's able to get to the ropes, gets his leg on the ropes. After that, Wardlow puts Joe to sleep with the coquina clutch. And we were all like, oh, okay, Joe's going to get up. 1, 2, and I'm waiting. Joe's going to put his hand up. Nope, 3. He just dropped. He was done.
That was very surprising. I was not expecting that. I wasn't thinking he was going to put him out with his own move. I was thinking it was something totally different. So I appreciated that. That actually was very, very different.
I agree, man. I just thought it was well done. Usually you don't see people lose anymore from the other guy's finisher, but Wardlow did it tonight.
Yes. Although, even though this was a good match, I feel like this was the cool down. I feel like this was a cool down because
but it didn't overstay its welcome.
Right.
It knew just to do enough. We were like, oh, that's it. And then you kept it moving.
Right.
Smart. When you get into the cool down and you can feel people need a break, perfect. Quick match. And then you kept it moving. We got some build. So it looks like Powerhouse Hobbs is getting his title shot in Sacramento on Dynamite, which we will be covering on Wednesday at 10:05 back here. So make sure you guys keep it locked with everything pro wrestling. I can't wait though. Hobbs had the golden ring. He was sitting in the crowd with his people in his home state, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna bust your ass when it's time. Right. And they were talking a lot of crap to each other. I like it. I just pray that if Wardlow is going to keep the TNT title, can we please do it better than we did the first time?
Yes.
I don't know if it was all Wardlow's fault. He did have the weird MJF stuff a little bit. Tony, you got to be better with this stuff.
Yeah.
Have a plan after someone gets this. That's just me.
I think you got to let, as much as I want Powerhouse Hobbs to go for the title, I think he should sit back and wait and play like a mind game with him.
Deanna hits it perfect. War Daddy, this match was as long as it needed to be. Joe was bobbing to his music down the ramp. Yeah, Wardlow did have his little booty meat out. This is too much for me. That the ladies in the chat like Wardlow. I'm telling you, this match shocked me. Joe loses via his own choke. Wardlow versus Hobbs will be good. I agree, Matt. I think this is going to be good. I can't focus on this match because that Mox match was a mix of CZW in the first 48. Who did this to you? Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was good. I like it. Moving on. Let's talk a little bit here about this 4-way tag title match. I know if Derek could play the song, he would. But the Guns versus the Acclaim versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Someone swore they said Triple J tonight on commentary. Don't call this team that.
Bro, I swear Taz said Triple J.
Jeff Jarrett and Jay. Not even the lethal part. Come on. Triple J Lethal. And Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. I love Orange and Orange Cassidy and Danhausen came out rocking the black, so they kind of like mixed together each other's stuff. It definitely felt like when the cool kid hangs out with the weird kid at school, and I don't know, it was just foolishness,
buddy,
and I liked it. Orange Cassidy and Jeff Jarrett started off. They had a great silly exchange, and this works for Jeff Jarrett, someone who doesn't need to be out there taking all them bumps, but he's out there with some foolishness that he can control himself. So it works. And I get Orange's control fun foolishness. I'm not like Cornette hating all of this stuff. Yeah. I enjoy Orange Cassidy, and I know the dude can go. Danhausen gets tagged in. The Guns are sneakily tagging in. They had no problem like tagging each other in and out of this match,
which was different.
Right,
because you didn't really see like the traditional matches. You always see like, all right, you walk past me, tag.
The innocent. I secretly wanted Double J and Jay Lethal to win this. Someone said Team TNA. Oh my goodness! So we get into this. By the way, Sanjay and Satnam came out in some nice gear tonight, and Sanjay jumped in the ring and got caught by the scissors by the Acclaim. After that, lots of tags are made on both sides. Again, Max Caster hits the Olympic Slam. I like that he did like the fake taking down the straps, like he was Kurt Angle before he did it. Thing of beauty. After that, Satnam Singh gets in the ring. He got caught with an orange punch to the nuts, and then he finally got hit with the Fame-Asser. Billy Gunn put all that ass on his back because Satnam went down like a ton of bricks.
He had to, bro.
The Acclaim and the Guns finally battled. They're throwing each other into barricades. They're outside beefing. And then all of a sudden, Jeff Jarrett is pissed. He goes to use the guitar. Aubrey stops him. And I'm like, why is she stopping him? There's no DQ. It's a four-way. Right. I didn't get it. So then they're all doing all this hidden shit behind Aubrey's back. I don't get why they're doing it. Golden Globe to the head. Max kicks out, though, at 2. We see a Snapdragon from Danhausen. People go nuts. Like, they never saw this man do a move before. But the Guns are able to retain. They hit a double team move into, like, a downward spiral. Derek had to describe it to me. He's like, it's like Edge's old finisher. So he picked him up, downward spiral. I had just happened to turn my head and miss it, but Derek was there to save the day. And the Guns win. They retain. Hold on. People in the chat are out here wilding. I want either Orange and Danhausen or Double J and Lethal to win. Team TNA, Dixie's Kids, The Asylum. Y'all wilding. Jacksonville, Dixie. Y'all better cut it out. I want to see Team TNA just for the social media reaction. Team TNA over Rob Zombie. Yo, Jeff Jarrett was getting pretty pissed at Aubrey, too. I was like, yo, Jeff Jarrett about to catch a case.
Right.
Chill out. This was a TNA match. They needed to use them 4 joist tag teams they could with each other. Let's see here. TNA on Fox Sports. I used to rush home from high school to catch TNA. Man, didn't we all? Actually, I think I was in college when TNA was getting big. But no. You a hater, bro. TNA was good back then with AJ Joe and all them. They had good people, man. Fucking Derek, bro. Fucking Derek on this show. I can't with this guy. After the match, though, the Guns get the belts. They're celebrating. And then all of a sudden, we hear the music. FTR are back. They came out, yo. When Cash tapes up his fist and he ripped the tape with his teeth, the man was pissed.
Yeah, that was so aggressive. He was like,
bro, when I say they came out and beat ass, they beat the Guns ass, bro. I don't even know how Dax got cut. Dax got cut and didn't care. He was like, I don't care, I'm bleeding.
Like that. I don't even know when he even got touched.
I think it was from a boot or something. Sometimes the boots, like if they get unlaced or something gets like jaggedy, it can cut you. But they busted their ass. FTR versus the Guns looks to be happening.
Yes.
I don't know if this is going to get asked in the media scrum, but I hope Tony Khan signed them to new contracts because FTR is great. We need them back. They're great.
AEW, in order to stay where they're at, they need a lot of the talent that they have.
Yeah, the Bucks too. I mean, like as much as people don't want to hear that, the Bucks and FTR are the focal points of the tag division. Truthfully,
they really are because you just can't. You don't get that kind of banter from certain groups with other groups, and that's what you get with them, and then you that helps the locker room build themselves to be on that level.
Correct. That's how you got the Acclaimed. I feel it was a mixture of the best
Yes.
tag teams forcing them to be better, and then they got there. Now the Acclaimed are one of the best teams. I also give a lot of credit to Swerve and Our Glory. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee also made people elevate their game. Like, no, you need to be as good as us. Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. There was a lot of great tag teams that were like, yo, see us.
Very true.
Excuse me. FTR. Woo.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta have it. Gotta have it. They need. I hope they are staying. We need them.
Yeah, they got their contracts till April. Sorry, Derek had to cover for me there for a second. still dying to hear a little bit with the throat. E said Dax bleeds tequila. FTR is back on TV. The Guns versus FTR for the tag titles at Double or Nothing. I'm with it. I don't even know if you could hold off till Double or Nothing. But here's the problem. If they didn't sign, their contracts are up in April. Double or Nothing is not until the end of May. Yikes, we'll have to see. Maybe they'll sign a short-term extension. We'll see. TK probably signed them to the Bret Hart for life contract. Chill, because you know what comes after that. Can't pay you. I can't pay you, so go negotiate. Everyone was better versus Swerve versus Lee. I agree.
They were. They really were.
Don't sleep on those two, man. I like that tag team a lot, that when they did that. It was just surprising when they won the titles because I thought they were going to FTR at the time.
It really was surprising, but it was really well received on my end. I loved it.
For sure. Now, 60 minutes. Hell, they were about to go through it. AEW World Championship, 60-minute Iron Man match. MJF versus Bryan Danielson. MJF came out. He had a dark entrance kind of with like violins and all these people with masks on. I don't know what they were trying to tell here. Maybe someone's going to tell me I missed some theater type shit in this, but they went for something dark. He comes out with the devilish like mask on that he wore when he returned. Danielson goes in real quick for some quick pins, submissions on MJF. MJF is running out. We get double kip ups from these two. I mean, Derek, we don't have to go through this move by move, but like,
no, but the way this started, masterful, very masterful. Just the them feeding off of each other, bringing the energy, bringing the moves, bringing the tempo.
Iron Man matches are hard to tell stories for. And tomorrow on Clash of the Podcast, we're going to talk about the historical significance of Iron Man matches, but they're difficult to like put together. Number one, you have to have the cardio ability to do it.
Yes.
Number two, how do you tell the story and you keep people interested throughout all of this? I think they did a good job in that, but this was really good. Deanna said it was his devil entrance. The main event had me and my family on the edge. Gosh dang it, this match was elite. TK wrote HBK on their contracts. Goldberg comes after the Brett contract. You think he deserves a retirement match? Maybe with El Dandy. Come on now. So they're getting into it, and Sick brings up a comment that I was going to bring up next here in my comments here. MJF goes into the crowd, and he threw water on a kid. He took some woman's water, and there was a kid sitting there, and he was sitting down, and MJF threw the water on him. Social media is in a frenzy because of this. Shout out to Will Washington, who bought the kid an Acclaimed foam finger. Looks like a bunch of people were trying to do stuff for the kid. That was nice of people to do that. Let me see here. Six saying they said that MJF splash water the kid wasn't a plant, and they had to send some executives out there to calm down the situation. If it was me, I'd be acting like I was drowning. Bring me my money. MJF made Bryan Danielson tap out. Hey, he did. He did. So we'll see what comes to that situation. I think people are going to be like, oh my goodness, he threw water on a kid. MJF's a dick. He was a dick to me. Like, he's going to be a dick. I don't know why people are surprised by this. I'm not surprised when he does this type of shit.
I get it. I really do. But at the same time, you get banter back between the fans and the wrestlers all the time. This isn't a first that someone has done this or thrown a drink on something.
I think people haven't had it in so long to where someone's like, no, I want you to hate me. And people are like, but I really like that guy a lot. And then someone's like, no, I want you to hate me, despise me. And when you're not getting the result, they push you and push you. Now, there's levels to where you take it too far. We're not going to get into that right now. But MJF wants to be hated. He will do whatever he can to get that reaction. Honestly, what I'm saying is don't be surprised when he does this shit.
Right. Honestly, bro, I definitely feel like this was a move that a heel would do. And this was a move that you would expect a heel to do. Like you need to build up that heel mentality, that heel persona. I mean, I get how people would feel because it's like, oh, well, why did you do that? There was no reason for you to do that. That's a little kid, yada yada yada. He's there to enjoy the show. At the same time,
he wants you to get into it.
So,
I get it. There's different ways of seeing it. You're going to see a bunch of people have your own opinion on it. I mean, some people are going to argue with it. Some people are going to go like, oh, it's too far. Other people are going to say it's not far enough. It's fine. You'll be okay. But just brace yourself for it. But fuck all that. Like, listen, fuck that. I don't even want to talk about it anymore because people were acting crazy on social media. I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I ain't got time for this shit right now. I'm watching this match. So, because I want to be into the Iron Man match, because sometimes they're either really long and good, or sometimes you're like, damn, I wish this shit would end. And I didn't feel like that at all throughout this. I didn't feel like, damn, I wish this would end. They go through and they're telling themselves a nice story here. Danielson went to do he got thrown over the top rope. He went to go and try to get back into the ring. Oh, wait a minute. I'm skipping a part here. Hold on. I have to bring this up too real quick. MJF got taken to school, and Danielson definitely hit the Liger pose. I got to give him his respect when he did the turn. So if you don't know who Liger is, that's why I put that up. That was great. Freaking loved it. And Danielson and him are on the outside brawling. MJF tells all the fans to clear, like he's going to throw Danielson into there. And then everyone's like, oh, what's he about to do? And then all of a sudden he threw him into the ring, and he gives them the double birds. Derek kind of like 4 middle fingers, I think. He's like, how many middle fingers does this dude give them tonight? Like, geez Louise.
Like, he was on a roll with the middle fingers, bro.
Danielson gets thrown over the top rope. He catches himself. He's got that bad shoulder. That was part of the story with all this. He goes to lean in. MJF super kicks him, and then he hits the Shawn Michaels pose. Like, yeah. Yep. He was feeling himself throughout this. People are getting thrown into it. People are getting thrown into the barricades. Bryan Danielson hits the running knee. He gets the first pinfall in the match. The Busaiku knee. And he gets the first pinfall. But immediately after this, Derek, MJF hits a low blow, rolls him up 1, 2, 3. So he got DQ'd. So Danielson's technically up 2-0. Low blow, roll up, 1. He gets the pinfall from that. The referee said that, so this was not like the Iron Man matches sometimes where they're like, you have to stand up, wait for your guy to stand up. No. He said, nah, pin him again. He pinned him again, 2-2 now. It's tied up. Holy shit. Danielson hits a big drop kick onto the floor. MJF seated by the barricade. This is some Ring of Honor shit. I loved it.
Perfect.
MJF sets Danielson up on a table. MJF hits a big elbow off the top rope. We usually don't see that.
No.
I liked it.
Doing something different for once.
Now, MJF hits a tombstone on the remaining pieces of the table and then begins to squeeze blood out of Danielson's head like he was popping a zit or something. What the hell are you doing, bro?
Yeah, he threw me off with that. I'm like, oh, hold on, bro.
He's trying to bust him open, though. That's what a bad guy would do. Like, I want the blood in your face, you dirtbag. Sure. So he's punching him in the head. They're going through all of this. He sets him up. He gets him in the ring. Heat Seeker, that's that like pile driver off the ropes. He definitely gets a 3. MJF goes up 3-2. Danielson's mouth's full of blood. MJF is bleeding on his head. Yo, he hit the diving headbutt. MJF came up with a crimson mask. Diggity dog. He went to blood level 3. He was covered in it, dude. And after that happens, Danielson hits the running knee, but then locks in the Regal stretch. MJF has no choice. He taps out. It's 3-3 now. Salt of the Earth and label lock transitions back and forth. And then Salt of the Earth is locked in. Danielson gets to the ropes. 5 minutes are announced. I love this. Then they both were like, fuck all that. Heats up. They're chopping each other. They're battling. Boom, 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 boom. and things start getting moving in this. MJF all of a sudden goes to the top rope, hits a jumping tombstone, but he can't make the pinfall, and time is ticking away. MJF finally goes for a pin. Danielson rolls over to a single crab, Lance Storm style, and he's got it locked in. He's sitting there. Lance Storm would be proud. And eventually he locks in the submission hold on him. Time's running out. There's like 30 seconds left. MJF never taps. He taps after the time runs out. He gets to retain. They make the announcement. This is bullshit. This was coming. They're out there. They're giving MJF oxygen. The doctors are out there. And then Tony Schiavone's like getting word from backstage. Yeah, I'd love to make the announcement. You guys are going to love this, because he hated MJF on commentary. Tony, I sell nickel bags for freaking... I didn't say what was in them. I sell nickel bags. Tony goes down there. He's like, hey, let them know. We got to make this move. Yeah. So they make the announcement, and they're like, hey, with 5 minutes left in this match, nothing had happened. So you were like, are they going to give him 5 minutes or what? This goes into sudden death rule, so there must be a winner now. Okay, here we go. Right. So it's tied up 3-3. MJF's in the ring. They try to do some quick pinfalls. They got us now. Now I'm hooked. Yes. These sons of bitches, bro. They got me in the sudden death.
Yeah, they did a lot.
MJF hit the low blow. Danielson got rolled up, but he only gets a 2. Then we see MJF grab the triple B. He's about to use it. Bryce Remsburg catches him. He's like, what are you doing? He was like, you know what? Hit him with the title. I'm going to DQ you and you're losing your belt. Be my guest. He's like, I don't want to do that. Here, take this. He takes it. Then he reaches in the old crotch, pulls out the Dynamite diamond ring. He goes to nail Danielson with it. And dog, he got caught. Ducks under. Poison Rana by Danielson. Yes. He lands on his head. He gets up. Running knee. MJF is folded like an accordion. 1, 2, bro. I swear to you, if 2.9999999 existed, we were about to shit bricks. We thought Danielson had it there. I was like, they're gonna really give him the belt. They're gonna really give him the belt.
Oh my god, that just the back and forth between them during the sudden death. It was like, oh my god,
it was so good, dude. Oh. It was so good. So after they hit the running knee, they got us. MJF rolls to the outside. Remember that oxygen tank? Well, someone left it by ringside. Great doctors we have here at AEW, responsible for their gear. Somebody do a count on the oxygen tanks. We're missing one. Oh shit. MJF uses it. Boom. Danielson gets hit in the face with an oxygen tank. You think he's done, right? Danielson then goes and puts in the label lock. They drop the arm. 1, 2, and I'm like, they're going to do it again, aren't they? He starts fighting back. I was like, yo, the man got hit with a fucking oxygen tank, bro. But when Danielson tried to get up, bro, he powered up on one knee, but then he fell right back down, and he slowed down, and he tapped.
Yes.
Danielson tapped to MJF because he couldn't take it anymore. And I thought that was cool. That was a very New Japan-esque type ending with like you got hit with the finisher, you fight back, but then there's not enough in you to fight it again.
Yeah.
It was good, man. I skipped a lot of stuff that happened in this. It was really good.
There was too much to talk about, bro. Like that's how good this match was. There was so much in it that you just can't really cover everything. Like you have to have like a dedicated spot to really just talk about just that.
Yeah. Let me see here. I get that, but have a plan. The audience 6 said, man, y'all trying to get sued. If that was my kid, I'm going to jail for beating MJF's ass. I'm just saying. Tony was asked during the media scrum about that kid thing, and he said that he and others talked to MJF, and while Tony is saying that, Max was laughing like the dick that he is. Yikes. Luckily, their dad was not there. Yeah, that's true. Wardlow joined the media scrum. Hop showed up and threw his Sonic ring on the table and grabbed the TNT title and told him to see you Wednesday. Okay. I love that they restarted it. That was good, too. The fans got back into it. The Sonic ring, more like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Right.
Matt Lopez said the oxygen. Yeah, someone's actually getting fired if they did count on them oxygen tanks.
Right.
Man, after Bryan finally did the yes chance before the knee, I was screaming he's going to win. They had me. They had me. All the roll-up pins, I've never seen a ref count so much. Yeah, they had Bryce going everywhere. I still say how hot that crowd was. Maybe they should have pulled the trigger. You can't base it off the crowd, though. MJF is the story, bro.
Yeah.
He's the story. Long term, he's the story. I think Terrell had asked us, when do we see him winning or losing it? I don't know. I think he's going to have it for a while. I think they're going to play into that the bidding war of 2024 stuff. Ryan Braun. Brian, don't tap that often. Typos, G's. You're good, Sick. You're good. So listen, we're going to put it to you guys, and we're going to probably have a little discussion ourselves here. What do you grade this pay-per-view tonight? Really think about it. We've got our grading scale down below for what you wanted. Sick said, yeah, they got me good. I thought Danielson had it. Adam Cole, baby, will be the next one for MJF rated, says. Maybe. I think it's Hangman, but what do you guys think here? What do you think the overall score, Derek? This is a tough one to pick a score for.
This is a tough one. But I am going to blow the roof off. Say A-.
Man, I'm kind of leaning towards A- myself. This was really good. Like, I don't really have. I'm looking. There's not a match I hated on this.
No, there's not a match that you could really hate on this. And the fact that they had no build-up to Revolution and how it performed is why it's getting an A- for me.
I think, hold on, I'm checking my predictions. I got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think I went 9 for 9. I think I got a perfect prediction on the show. That doesn't matter to me, though. I don't give a damn. You know what, Derek? I'm going to say we should take it to an A. I'm going to put it on us to have this conversation here. Let me see, though. We got people rolling in with their thoughts. Tokyo said 6. 6 out of what? 6? 6 donuts? What you saying? What do you mean by that? I give AEW a 9 out of 10, EPW a 10 out of 10, Rob Zombie a negative 69 out of 10.
Damn, man.
Terrell said A-. Tokyo said B. You know what? I might lean towards Derek with the A-. And you know what the minus is for? It was for them that build what that some of them shows you had, the 2 shows you had that weren't that great.
Yeah.
Because that kind of factored into the excitement level for this, but people's expectations were low. You exceeded them. So getting an A- is still pretty good. Yeah. 7 out of 10 water bottle splashes to an innocent kid's face. Cancel WrestleMania, B. Nope, the matches were fantastic. Yo, why did E write that? Cancel WrestleMania, B. It ain't worth it. 9 out of 10 A. A couple match of the year contenders in this pay-per-view. Yeah, what was your match of the night, Derek? Like, what was your favorite match out of all these?
Oh, shit. Probably.
Say it. Nah, say that shit. Say that shit. I'm gonna make him say it. Say it right now. Say it before we end the stream. Nah, I might argue an A, bro. I don't know. I'm between an A and an A- because I feel like I could argue an A. You know what?
Yeah, you could argue an A. You could argue an A.
So should we go A or A-? Let's think about this. Should we drop lower or was it?
But you know what though? No. You could go A.
Let's go A. Yeah. You ain't getting the plus because you could have built it better, but we'll give you an A.
I think that would be the only minus right there is that you didn't build it the way that you should have. So this could have been an A+ pay-per-view.
Now hold on. A- for this show. You could go back and forth between us. We didn't talk enough with Rob. Usually we have it. Go ahead. What was your match of the night though, Derek? Hold on. You see Ace, Derek, say it. Come on, D. What was it?
Oh, man.
Someone said A- for no Punk. His ass wasn't coming back tonight.
Fuck it.
Come on, say it. I got it up, don't I? 6 said it, didn't he? That's your match of the night, ain't it?
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah.
Who was in it?
Fucking Elite.
A fucking trios match is Derek's match of the night. You love to see it. You love to see someone who hates down, don't you? Now I'm hating. It feels good. It feels good.
Don't worry. There's plenty of trios matches that'll fuck up sooner or later.
For no build-up, I see your point. I mean, it wasn't no build-up. It was just lackluster build-up for some of these. A+, if Bryan Danielson won tonight, Conrad for you. Derek knows it was the trios match. Punk's coming in May. I think if we see Punk, I think the rumors could start in May or for the All Out. I say Double or Nothing or All Out around that time we could see him.
Absolutely.
Trey Ooze, who is this Derek? For the dub. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I love the Danielson MJF match. I think that could be argued as well. I'm gonna put that one in there too. I feel like they're both kind of like 1A, 1B, but Iron Man match sold it tonight. Like, it was very well done.
Well, if you're saying as a whole,
it said Derek went through a werewolf transformation to admit that. The hands were like claws came out.
Definitely had lockjaw. I think if you're talking like as a whole, probably the Iron Man match was the match of the night. But my match of the night would have to be the trios match, because it went the way that it should have gone.
Mox and Paige, best Texas death match. I think that could be your third, though, if you wanted to argue that was good too.
Yes.
Danielson, I feel like Danielson should have won. Then MJF at the next pay-per-view could have got it back. I think she was trying to say maybe, but I think they made the right call tonight. I know Danielson feels like he should win, but we're all right still.
Yeah.
It is a full moon tonight, LOL. Terrell said. Listen, you had yourselves a great show tonight, guys. It's a late one for us here. If you guys love everything pro wrestling, we're going to be back tomorrow with Clash of the Podcast. The AEW weekend's tiring me out, man, because then I got more work to do right after this. So Clash of the Podcast, we're going to have Wednesday. Me and Derek should be back. We're going to be doing some AEW Dynamite review, and we'll had to be because of the full moon. We'll be back with all of that. So keep it locked with your boys. Don't forget to hit that that like button on your way out. Leave a comment too. If you guys are in the chat, leave us a comment. Those help out. Even if you leave just an emoji or what you thought of the show, leave me a grade, something in there. Copy and paste your last comment, put it down there, let more people see this, man. But for myself and the man they call Derek, we are out with this review of AEW Revolution. Hope to see you guys on Wednesday, and check us out tomorrow for Clash of the Podcast. Peace. Oh,
got me on that one.
One.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.